what's up, my KB team? Today I'm going to be telling you guys a story about my crazy gym teacher. Now, my crazy gym teacher was my crazy gym teacher, and he would do a bunch of crazy stuff. So let's just get right into it. A little background of the story. He would do kind of crazy stuff. Like one time, he yelled at me. He'd always get our team, like my crew, in trouble or whatever. But one time he put the wrong regulation sized ball in the ball pit, and I got in trouble for using it. It just really annoyed me. So that's the kind of guy that this guy is. He just gets you in trouble for dumb reasons. So yeah. So I got in trouble for that, but no big deal. That's just the kind of person he is. So this story takes us back to 5th grade. Now in 5th grade was kind of a annoying year because all the teachers still didn't think you were like mature, but you were mature. You know, like that kind of. It's like, oh my God, you're still in elementary school, but like you were mature still. Like you weren't not mature. You were fine, but the teachers treated you like you weren't. But this teacher in particular was really weird, and everyone kind of knew it. So he would do weird things, like I said. At one point, this is I'm just gonna tell 2 stories for him, and then move on to my next story. So this story takes place in 5th grade, and this is like middle of the school year, or middle end. So we were in Scooter City, and I don't know if you guys have that, but Scooter City is just like this thing we do in PE, where we just kind of go around and, you know, like scooter around. We do activities, all that stuff. So we were doing Scooter City, and most people just played tag, because he had this gigantic tunnel. We'd just sit in there and we'd play tag or something like that, and he'd always yell at us for it, no big deal. So, well, one time he yelled at us, and he made, my friend, let's just name him KB, sit out. So KB is sitting out, and everyone kind of feels bad for him because like he got called out after all of us were doing it. So he's sitting out, and the gym teacher says like, hey, you can get up now. You've sit in the end of the class, like you can get up. And he goes to get up, and he hits his head on the fire alarm. And I don't know if you guys have ever hit your head on the fire alarm before, but it's a pretty scary sight, because you just know what you did, and you know it's gonna happen, and it's freaky. So he hits the fire alarm, and all of a sudden he just like looks at the gym teacher. The gym teacher looks back at him, and then the fire alarm just goes off. And everyone's like freaking out, because some people didn't see it, so some people think there's a real fire, and they were like, oh my God, no one said there was going to be a fire drill today, but there was. So yeah, so they call him out or whatever, and they bring him to the front office. No big deal, but it's just kind of funny experience. And the gym teacher's freaking out through this. He's trying to turn it off, but like I said, this guy is like a 60-year-old gym teacher that dyes his hair and eats nothing but Hot Pockets and Twinkies. So he is, you know, just freaking out, and yeah, that's the end of this story. But the next story is just kind of the thing, and like a piece of information. And this guy, we think he was a pedophile, just because of the fact that he would always ask girls to come up, and you just kind of watch him, which is pretty creepy, especially if you're an elementary gym teacher that's like 60, overweight, and dyes his hair. Just not a really good sight to see. So yeah, so that's the end of this story. I think he got in trouble for that. But this comes to our next story. Our next story takes place in kindergarten. This is the story when I stabbed some kid's pumpkin. So I don't know if you guys have ever been to like a pumpkin patch. I don't really know. You probably have. But in kindergarten, there's super fun field trips, and we went to this pumpkin patch, alright? So the pumpkin patch was just sick. And we all got back, we were happy. We were watching like Charlie Brown, like the Great Pumpkin or something. You know, what little kindergartners do. So we were there, and this kid kept annoying me, and I know what I did was wrong. I shouldn't have done it, but at the time he was just being really annoying. And yeah, so this was the same kid that I will tell a story about now. Next video. For this video gets 10 views. If this video gets 10 views, I will make a story about this kid, and we'll just name him Forrest, because he deserves to have his name out there, because he's just really annoying. And he was a big part of my childhood. He annoyed me all throughout it. And if you guys get 10 views on this video, I'll tell a story about when he stole my Pokemon binder. big scene. I was really upset. The teacher had to start showing me everyone's backpack. I was not a snitch. No, I was just like, hey, my Pokemon binder's missing, and I think someone took it. So, yeah. So that's I'll tell a story about that if this video gets 10 views. So basically, what happened was he was annoying me, and I was like, hey, if you don't stop, I'm going to stab your pumpkin. And he's like, no, you won't. No, you won't. I'm like, Forrest, I will stab your pumpkin if you don't stop. And of course, he does whatever he was doing one more time. I don't remember what he's doing. He might have been taking my markers. And I just pull out my pencil, look him dead in the eyes, and I just start going off on his pumpkin. He's screaming. I'm screaming because I'm mad. And I just start stabbing his pumpkin, like straight up, like multiple times, putting faces in his pumpkin. I was mad. So this happens, the teacher realized what's happening. I'm screaming, he's screaming, trying to push me off. But of course, I'm just mad, so I start beast moding his pumpkin even harder. Teacher's trying to pull me off now, but I'm still mad, so I'm still stabbing the pumpkin. Yeah, so I ended up going to the principal's or whatever you did. I went on red, guys. Yep, that's serious. Not joking. I did go on red. It's crazy. And if you don't subscribe, you will go on red too. Yup, you will. So yeah, so that's kind of the end of my story there. And yeah, so that's a big part of my childhood. I got in trouble for that. And yeah, so I think the next story, if you guys could leave in the comments whether you would like the story about some of my injuries that I've had in my lifetime, or whether there's a story of this one time that I was really young and dumb. This I think might be in kindergarten too, but I actually put lipstick. I put nail polish on my lips. Well, I did, but I thought it was lipstick, but it ended up being nail polish, and I actually sealed my mouth like together, and that was pretty funny. I was trying to scream, but like I couldn't because my mouth was shut because of the nail polish. So yeah, if you want to hear that story or some of the injuries I've had in my life, just comment on this video what you would like. And without further ado, please subscribe. And the moral of the story is, yeah, just don't stab kids' pumpkins, and try to just stay away from weird gym teachers. See you guys.